and gentlemen, snooker history is in the making as we bring you the highly anticipated first session of the final at the Shanghai Masters 2023. The snooker arena is charged with excitement as the legendary Ronnie O'Sullivan squares off against the world champion Luca. O'Sullivan, a snooker icon with countless titles to his name, faces the determined Luca, who seeks to etch his name among the greats. The stage is set, the atmosphere is electric, and the cues are poised for action. Get ready for an epic encounter right here on our channel.
Yeah, of course, Ronnie O'Sullivan has had a day off, he pined, and produced a wonder clearance the last 5 reds, and went away from the great man. Looked all the way. Always had that 2 or 3 frame cushion that saw him towards the winning line. Both coming through 10-6.
It'll be interesting to see Ronnie's mindset going out today. Does he back himself? That I think most people agree he has a superior safety game. Does he try and be aggressive, try and beat Luca to the punch? Likewise, Luca's safety will have to be good. Not just good, probably very good. O'Sullivan.
Yeah, just to give you the head-to-heads, it's 3-2 in wins for Ronnie O'Sullivan, but
any better than that? So not just the positioning of the white, but also as close as possibly can to that ball cushion. With the black not being in play, that as a result then he had to try and force it and get back up the table for
it was one that he knew, I think, that Luca was obviously going to have a go at, but
yeah, sometimes you can't avoid leaving your opponent some shot. So first real chance of the final to Ronnie. Pocket. Chances are
15.
So really
yeah, just touching on
23.
that semi-final, Ronnie in his best form, and as is often the case with him, one pure magic
31.
to make the clearance. And from there he went away from his opponent. Coming into this final in a very good frame of mind. That one.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 38.
yeah, we almost take it for granted that when Ronnie's in amongst them on 30 or 40, you're just automatically going to clear every time. Again, classic example. The position he wants.
One. Seven. 14. 21.
Behind to excuse me, almost light the fuse. As good as it gets. Can't play any better than that.
35.
Yes, a great champion. Sprinted over the winning line
42.
rather than being fearful of.
$48. Foul. Ronnie O'Sullivan, 40.
Foothold in frame 1, off we go, frame 2. 10 frames to be played in this session, 4 and then the interval. It's an unusual number, isn't it, to have 10 frames before. Yeah, clearly players in a way jockeying for position to come back tonight for the final session, but so yeah, it's an unusual number. I suppose in the end it doesn't really matter. It's first to 10 as Luca Brecel gets what he's good at, I think, isn't it? Those kind of shots that need unerring accuracy. He seems to find the target,
But more importantly, he gets them. So it's
9.
safe or deemed safe against, or at least 9. And that just puts pressure on the safety, as
70.
I think Luca far less likely to get bogged down and tack.
$23.
Somebody this dangerous, it's just an uneasy feat.
unconventional, but he's
33.
definitely improved in these. But his cue ball is, I think, improving all the time, actually.
Yeah, absolutely. He's no problem creating the
41.
chances, and in amongst them,
But isn't it? You want to get someone at it, you know, get them under pressure. It's difficult to get put pressure onto Luca Brecel. There's always that thing in
49.
matches, isn't there? That was a good shot. That was another one. There's a lot of that with Luca.
absolutely, yeah. As you said, very rarely do you see him get annoyed, bang the table like you might see with
55.
other players. Doesn't go into a shell at these big occasions. The World Championship was a classic example.
63.
Yeah, it's been quick fire stuff. In ball.
Players have been a little bit apprehensive, a little bit fearful.
71.
Luca's beaten him twice. Sometimes it's pressure, but I think if there's any player or person that can deal with it really well, it's Luca.
79.
Why wouldn't you? Look at him. This
87.
post.
$95.
Ed was outstanding. And there's the roar
100.
by the world champion.
101. Then 7. 109. 112.
It's so clear to see this boy. He's got talent to burn his talent in bundles. He's just brushing these in.
121.
Yeah, reality has.
127.
So we were hoping for a good start with Pfizer. Brilliant break.
A typical brisk and breezy. We go, frame 3.
I said, I just feel
conditions can be a little sticky in Shanghai, as we know, but I think the conditions overall and players will enjoy. It seems to run out that bit more. That doesn't look like it's going to reach the baulk line. Of course, it's not maybe quite, but it just runs out nicely.
very unlike Ronnie there.
1.
But every safety shot Ronnie plays today, he'll have to give this tremendous spot. An angle.
$23.
Well, what we thought was straight. Did very well to generate.
29.
Has one loose red. Oh, I've just gone wrong. He keeps you guessing.
Yeah, cue that very poorly there.
Luca Brecel, 34.
A few sparkling shots here and there, and then a shot that he wouldn't mind me describing as a sort of club player effort. That shot to nothing here, perhaps below the pink. Ooh, that was again.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 4.
Tough job. So off we go again.
Yeah, interesting there. Luke either decided he didn't have the angle, or maybe because it was confusion. Yeah, it's possible Luca there, because it was such a fine margin, didn't want to be play it, or didn't want to be seen.
Yeah, I completely agree. That would have been... It's one of those, if you play the shot... As was that. Superb red now looking for a bounce. A big one.
Passed the test pretty well, has to be said. Long backswing, lovely slow, smooth delivery of the cue.
12. $20. $27.
2.
$35. 42. $50.
And a lovely 61 break.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 57.
black.
Original shot, wasn't it?
Yeah, those two reds we've seen in this frame.
Foul. Yes.
Not sure exactly the foul there.
Well, says Ronnie's been good at this so far. There's another. There's another.
1.
A glimmer of a chance like that.
Yeah, it's those little mini games at certain times during the match. Brilliant telling safety. A lot of the time it's just a case of when your opponent comes to the table, he can't pot a ball.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, myself and Fergal managed to squeak past over 200, I think, but
And he's just squeaking into the
games in this first session. Was there an argument for 5 and 5?
Foul.
That doesn't really matter.
Yeah, I think
but
so. I think it might even
6.
actually be more prevalent tonight. You said 4 is just the standard amount.
yeah, 10 frames to be played before coming back tonight.
With the yellow, blue. We see both players.
For Luca. I don't think that's true of all players. As I say, he does respect, and I think in
Very focused today, Ronnie. You can see right from the start. Played a little bit thicker. Want a bit of exercise just to get in, get away, and a figure of 8 safety shot it's called. Unless Ronnie gets cover, Luke will be playing the same shot again.
one of those
It's putting the stalemate anyway.
1.
Very fortunate there. The back you feel within a couple of shots, he will be able to get on it.
7.
if anything, it congests that area, doesn't it?
Yeah, but it's like more like adding to the problems. I think it nearly looked like he put the...
$15.
Yeah, it may well be the case that the black are got to take on, so tuck in.
One. Five. $11.
Actually, the black gone.
Whether it was on, but... oh, it was tight, and it's gone wrong.
Luca Brecel, 11.
Played that quite casually.
Black to go.
1.
So maybe, as you said, careless or maybe
9. $70.
struck that very well.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 24.
Slight. Given by Lucas.
Luca Brecel, 8. 1.
Could be potentially the first as a frame when you've had chances. And again, apart from even that, also then the score.
9.
Yeah, it was awkward, wasn't it? That yellow was just a...
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 6.
Just an anxious look from Luke. Just maybe a little bit fortunate. These are, as I said, in a little mini game of who puts the next red. He certainly would make Ronnie favourite. At the end of the last frame, played a few careless safety shots, which Ronnie capped. Very pot.
1.
Yeah, it's a good point you make. I was move, that sort of thing. They all see it differently. Safety side of it, that is.
6.
Between.
Yeah, he sort of finished a bit too close to leave it, you wouldn't think. Alright, Luca might be able to dictate from here, but...
Foul
Yeah.
there, yeah. Missed altogether.
Yeah, I thought it was
Ronnie
interesting the way...
Quite careless from Luca there to not hit the red altogether. Way. Ronnie's able to dictate it.
Foul. And a miss. Ronnie O'Sullivan, 4. Free ball.
Manufacture an angle, try and take that red out. Never looked like he had that angle. Yeah, didn't go close enough to the yellow.
Yeah.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 5. Foul. Ronnie O'Sullivan.
Again, those extra 4 points make it. Again, just gone a little bit careless, a little bit ragged. It's not so much even he's called it a lack of discipline, but just.
Yeah, I think you're right. It's sensing where the danger lies.
Ball back over the net.
Yeah.
Make him play a winner.
The straightforward brown, so it's going to be 3-1.
17.
Yeah. Looking at that little passage of play there. He didn't force an error from Luca. Luca just a little bit, again, has paid the price.
Ronnie O'Sullivan,
Yeah, look
22.
at
Welcome back. After the mid-session interval, the scoreboard reveals O'Sullivan holding a 3-1 advantage over Luca. The Rocket has been firing on all cylinders, showcasing his brilliance on the snooker table. Luca, however, remains determined to mount a comeback. As we continue this high-stakes battle, the question is whether Luca can bridge the gap or if O'Sullivan will extend his lead. Stay tuned for the action right here on our channel.
Both players looking to get control.
One.
That said, sort of a lot thicker than you would have liked. He won them, but obviously not that thick. So he tried to manage.
One.
Better shot than lift there off with queuing. So from that early safety. It's an important
6.
frame as the all-out would say. Ronnie's such a good front runner. Generally gets stronger with the lead. We can another red. Position a little bit trickier.
no, from recent history, he's never one to panic.
Tighter control of the cue ball. As we said, it's a great asset to be able to play. You don't always get away with it.
28.
Keeps you guessing. Order if he can. Of course, this game's not played in a piece of these things, but the point is, his opponent today has already had to recycle this break a couple
44.
of times. But in general, it's been a little untidy.
Well, it should be. But just watching, it's brilliant. Easy pots.
60.
Likely to be making these breaks when losing position. You don't always.
68.
Also worth noting that he's just got on with it. It hasn't affected him. He hasn't let any disappointment carry into the.
Luca Brecel, 75.
Yeah, Ronnie
Conceded.
stays in his chair. So welcome back. We're halfway through the first session. Break by Luca Brecel in frame 5.
It's been very noticeable throughout the whole tournament. Very rarely has a player potted a ball off as more conscientious this week than others. Sometimes the way the tables can play, the spread of the cloth could dictate that. Feels like some turn this week. That's why the starts of the frames have been a bit more protracted. Players been patient again, looking to try and gain advantage.
One. Seven.
Yeah, frustrated there. Yeah, I'd be very annoyed. Again, even there, could have played. He was so close.
Ronnie
to the pack,
O'Sullivan,
could have played
14.
a thicker safety.
It's too hard.
Yeah,
One.
unforced errors were in butter safety shots. Yeah, an unforced error there from Ronnie. Surprising when he came to the said before, every safety shot you play doesn't have to be very telling.
Shot or something, or a leave where your opponent can't hurt you.
One.
Volume of that is telling in a match, but that's where Luca's got to tighten up.
Yeah, it's what you're saying. It's literally like a
7.
Driving up, which is correct. That's just typical
14.
Luca again.
Yeah, I was just saying, it's such a good asset when you're in trouble to be able to get yourself out of trouble. It's just today, he's been the one putting himself in trouble. About far from it. Just maybe this evening
20.
when the pressure's on. Because when he gets in amongst them,
26.
well, there probably just means he clear them
33.
up even a little bit quicker.
Dead weight. Yeah, played it nicely.
Yeah, yeah, just
39.
certain moments.
$46.
Is that Luca Brecel is the one who's doing
52.
the heavy scoring? Luca Brecel, very unpredictable, unconventional, hard to pin down.
Dated the fact that it's a final, but also he knew he's not intimidated by playing Ronnie.
59.
He's just in his own little world there.
66.
And again, his cue ball control, as I said, could have been just highlighted the skill, the talent that he has.
$80. 83. $92.
Let us down now. Of course he doesn't. Look at Brecel. It's back on level terms. Off we go then. Frame 7 of 10 in this first session. There's no doubt they can.
Yeah, absolutely. Unsettling is the exact
1.
word you'd use. To ideally bully players. And Luke is certainly not a player you can bully. He's not a person you can bully. Dominant player.
7.
And if one player is going to go on a little...
Has an all-action style. In some sort of way, it's like he can, but sudden.
21.
As I say, it's got quite a bustling style, but he quietly just gets it done.
If there was an opponent, you kind of nearly spend a bit of your time
27.
admiring it, or nearly curious. Plus this whole manner of Higgins, and certainly a different feel to when he played Selby.
43.
It's just a, there you go. It kind of isn't the shot, because all of a sudden if this goes in, he's on easy street and he brushes the frame away.
Yeah, he doesn't have to
51.
be precise in some ways. He just go into the, but certainly if he tightened up his cue ball a little piece when he's in amongst them, he's going to be a serious
55.
contender. And whereas before we would have thought of Luke, could this guy be the world number one? Could he be the top player? Yes, go, get rid of them. Certainly,
63.
you could see a scenario player in the world. So to dominate and become the man.
71.
Right on.
Yeah, absolutely. In some ways it's endless, isn't it?
79. 87. 95.
Black for another century. In it goes. It's his second of the final so far. Is absolutely flying at the moment. Yeah, the black goes astray, but it's another 7 frames completed. 3 to go this afternoon. Luca Brecel is in front for the first time. He leads 4-3 courtesy of a string of breaks. He says breaks at 75, 98, 1 to hang on to Luca's coattails. That'll do for starters.
Nine. Fifteen.
Through.
Ronnie O'Sullivan,
Again,
22.
we've been talking about Luke and small detail.
The other thing is, it doesn't matter who you are, what you've won, what you've accomplished, and hard enough, there's a reaction. And the type of game that Luca plays can upset any apple cart you want to mention.
Yeah, the way he's been playing nearly as a...
He's got to come up with the goods. I'm sure he will do.
One.
All day this.
Not even sure if we mentioned that he played with his left hand either anymore. It's
Yeah, it's frightfully, it's
12.
ridiculous, isn't it? Resilience that he has,
20.
his character as a player, but it's there. 65 behind, 5 reds left, and produced.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 27.
yeah, very unusual.
One.
Probably felt thing for Ronnie when he's playing Luca. But Luca and Judd, with their
8.
range of shots, their cue power, you get to see great snooker.
I've seen that before. That was
16.
one of your rubs, Ferg. It's funny, isn't it, when you've got a talent like this?
Playing well. I don't know why.
23.
Always seems to you tend to get.
One.
Just try
To get either red out.
One.
It's easiest to attack. Lucky there. Plenty of topspin there. Just
full in the final. It's been in this type of situation, and there
Luca
it is
Brecel,
again. Yes,
8.
he's got the cover on the red.
a great long potter. And when he needs it, more often than not, he can pot them to get out of trouble. But you also get a little bit seduced and tempted to go for a couple of shots he shouldn't.
You in the pot here. There's value.
One.
He felt he missed it. Every chance of getting 5 all, which is
9.
probably the ideal scenario. Tendency when it's 4 all in a 9-frame session, one of us is going to be 5-4 ahead. Okay, we come
18.
back out tonight. That's not the case here. Neither player trying to give every frame the same
21.
importance. The first frames, as you wouldn't say he was wobbling at all, but just,
25.
and more importantly, 4 all.
30. $36.
Both players have had their
Oh,
moments.
sorry.
Opening session, Ronnie O'Sullivan gets us underway in frame 9. 4 frames all. Remember, 11 is the target this evening.
One. Nine.
Yeah, you just feel it already that Ronnie broke up.
I don't know, we'll never get a reading on it. About
17.
3,000 revs a minute, I think, was on. You wouldn't think that would really... A range of shots, as you so rightly put it, Fergal.
25.
Yeah, there's probably only Judd can be taken away from Ronnie. The magic and the frustration, you might argue, with Luca there. In the blink of an eye, he had the balls open.
Luca Brecel.
A tricky
29.
brown, potted easily. Black has to be straight. And again, you're not really saying that as a critic, you're more saying it as a coach. It can't really go wrong. He won't always be able to get himself out of trouble.
One.
Also probably one of the, or maybe the smartest player of all time. He senses you. He doesn't give off that air, but you know, he, as I say,
9.
just to
The dynamics of a match. The ebbs and flow of it, the importance of certain frames.
17.
Yeah, lovely shot. Plays it the right way.
33.
Same delivery, smooth delivery of the cue every time.
$41.
I just felt there on that, but it's not a certainty.
$49.
Yeah, very well played. Doesn't look like it. So he's going to need
57.
one of the two difficult. So this is his highest break of the match.
63.
Again, now back right in the groove.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 78.
Yeah, look, it would be a pivotal frame in this Shanghai Masters final. It's the last of the session of 10 frames before they come back tonight. First to £5,000 to the runner-up, but that's inconsequential. What is important is the title itself in front.
I really feel a bit sad that this is the last frame and it's over after this. Of course, Dave Hendon, Neil Fo.
Yeah, for once, the
10.
dreaded D-cell. I think you can gauge finals sometimes. As you say, sorry, this is the last of the session. You're just enjoying it that much. There's so many.
Very enjoyable. When they're actually at the table, just to watch them play. The skill, talent that's been on show. But also caliber of players in it, that this has really kick-started the season. And again, of course, we've such a busy run of tournaments coming up, and the work they're going to have to do and the standard of play they're going to have to produce to get into this 16, because the players we've seen, you don't really see.
Yeah, one of the big ranking events in China actually gets underway tomorrow. The International Championship qualifiers at Bones Forge. Oh, brilliant long red by Ronnie and a perfect result. Underway. Barry Hawkins, the winner of that European Masters, as Fergal mentioned, he plays tomorrow week, Monday to Saturday. The here and now is the big frame, the last of the session.
8.
What a big one it is. He's got that eye about him at the moment. Full concentration.
Looked like he might go 5-3. Obviously we've seen John let him off the hook. Mark. Which became like a different animal as such. Everything a little bit better.
Foul. Ronnie O'Sullivan, 31.
I must confess, I didn't see that kind of move coming, where I just thought he made a move there that he didn't have to.
If it had been left that shot by Luca, he might have played something different to pot. But very careless to going off. And it's the fact that he went in off has given Luca this chance. great asset as well.
13.
Meanwhile, I'll just give them a...
Mode ever.
Yeah, we're not being critical, we're just jealous.
Yeah, absolutely. Look at this shot. If there's any justice in the world, it'll run.
And commentating on his matches.
Luca Brecel, 20.
Okay, 21 in front. Needs cover. He's got... two on. Not this time. I say it, more difficult of the two. I do believe the red on.
Because again, that red Lucas just put it. It was a shot to nothing for Ronnie. Maybe you could argue percentages were greater.
Cue ball going to be running around again, round the back of the yellow probably. Just got to run. Got the brown as an option. It's so easy, like falling off a log. So what we are going to get,
13.
The red on the right hand side, which always felt the red up and bulk was going to be more difficult. Tried to force something.
Luca Brecel, 19.
And of course that body movement led to that miscue. Again, it seemed unnecessary to be trying to force. Play the tell-in safety, which he gave away. And again, obviously, a hidden hope. But it's these type of mini frames last literally like a mini game.
living on the edge at the moment, unsettled. I think he knows. I think he's trying to play a bit of a bluff game at the moment, where yeah, I'm just, you know, I'm free and easy, but he knows the importance of this. He's a box of tricks and a box of surprises. But I guess if you don't fancy the pot, yeah.
But I would say that.
Well, me too, generally. But yeah, I think just given the circumstances, it probably was. Has he got his reward? It looks like it. Wow. Oh, wow.
5.
Yeah, I don't think he necessarily.
9.
All of a sudden has subsided this sitter of a blue, and Ronnie O'Sullivan
14.
is going to go in for large parts of this first session,
20.
but in the end it's Ronnie O'Sullivan.
And that wraps up an incredible first session, folks. Ronnie O'Sullivan ends the session with a 6-4 lead over Luca in the final of the Shanghai Masters 2023. It's been a breathtaking display of snooker skill and drama. If you've enjoyed this action-packed session, please consider liking, sharing, and subscribing to our channel for more sensational snooker matches. The second session promises even more excitement, so stay with us as we return to the Green Bays for the conclusion of this epic final. Welcome back. We're diving into the second session of this this epic showdown between snooker legend Ronnie O'Sullivan and the world champion Luca. In the first session, O'Sullivan seized a 6-4 lead, but Luca demonstrated his prowess with a comeback attempt. The tension is palpable, the stakes are higher than ever, and the snooker table is set for a thrilling finale. Get ready for a heart-pounding conclusion right here on our channel.
O'Sullivan's 6 half-centuries. He's turned into...
Yeah, thank you, Dave. It was a very entertaining opening. I think that Ronnie O'Sullivan has always been suited in those free-flowing matches. Of course, he lost to Brecel at the World Championships, but I think he prefers the faster pace of snooker. Because
he's actually scored 100 fewer points in the match coming into the session, but he won some of the tight ones.
A little bit jabby, that one, and with the rest, even though he infrequently uses it, I've always thought he's very good with it.
Luca Brecel,
Already a few nerves, perhaps. Well,
The tournament a little slowly against Ali Carter, but came through, and then of course really should have been beaten by John Higgins, who led him 5-2 and 2 centuries to win 10-7.
15.
I know that in 2012 he won the German Mark, won the world title that season as well. It's hard to say one match would make all the difference, but you know, sometimes. Yeah, for a while that Premier League, the finals weekend was played after the World Championships. I mean, one year it's played up in Manchester, and the semi-final and the final were a complete non-event. It just
26.
Buried everybody. Very significant frame to Luca. Will need to draw on memories of coming from 4 down at 10-6. He wouldn't ever underestimate Brecel, but he's 40. Not at the table right now.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 47.
So there's enough on with the clearance.
Especially from an angle, a cute angle like we saw. So, it's not that bad a table. I mean, it's not a lot.
9.
Just try and keep things simple here. Tight control of the cue ball.
16.
I'm saying that. I think he played a 2-in-1 shot. He knew he would be on the red to the right corner. Profitable colours.
24.
It's a terrific shot, isn't it? I mean, of course, it doesn't mean he will.
$31. $40.
Well, he can win by a point.
43.
Well, more than a couple of points, in fact, but the point is he's just getting in behind the blue nicely.
47.
That red that O'Sullivan missed in the middle, it was...
Yeah, and the problem he had was there was nothing safe. He's been taking it, pink and black, to win an important
58.
frame, because the danger was the final was going to be... But Luca Brecel duly makes the clearance. Clearance from Luca Brecel has launched the final session of what is a very exciting Shanghai Masters final. I think we felt it would be, but sometimes it can end up one-sided. This is, at the moment, a bit of a thriller.
It's very early in the season, and I guess if Luca Brecel won the Shanghai Masters today, then all the talk of him, it'll be the dream start. That's not necessarily going to help his cause, though. He got a bit of cover on the blue.
One.
Thought Brecel said something interesting before the final, so I've got to be careful, A, to take my chances, and B...
Yes, where O'Sullivan was very good already in this break. The key balls have been moved or potted, clearing the decks for all the rest. I think he's been inspired by the big matches.
Deserves his attention, frankly. You know, you get treated well. It's a prestige tournament. Of course, one of the great cities of the world, Shanghai.
28.
Well, that pocket again. Ooh. O'Sullivan will be...
One.
Well, it's a reprieve for O'Sullivan, although that same thing happened in the last frame because he didn't ultimately win it. Marathon frame record, he's not going to...
We've seen a lot of Fergal this week. He actually mentions it more than we do.
It's an interesting rivalry, I think, because obviously there's 20 years between them. O'Sullivan, now he's won the World Championship, fully established himself there for many years to come.
It's a surprise when he makes a
25.
positional error. It's too many, but the red that follows it will guarantee that his two-frame lead has been restored. He didn't pot the first red even.
33.
Yeah, it's kind of what he said. As I said, he said, if I don't take my chances, I'll be punished. And he wasn't the first. O'Sullivan looking this glorious career that continues at the very highest level.
39. $47.
$52. Second chance in the frame. Another quick one. It's gone to O'Sullivan. 2 frames to come before the interval. Brecel looking to stay in touch here before the concluding mini session.
I think the problem all attacking players like Brecel have had against O'Sullivan over the years, still plays the game like a young man. Oh, that's a great shot, isn't it? What a shot that is. Swerve. Looks good. Various reds in a line. Just lay into the bunch.
Foul.
We've got the low camera angle and it always looked...
One. Five.
Don't think he'd be interested in touching the black here or going for the black.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 5. 1.
Yes, I mean, obviously, as you say, you know, he's 4 down at the Crucible overnight.
9.
Yeah, kind of 3 down here in Shanghai.
In control, he needs to recover here with the rest, and it stays out. So he sort of lost his way early on in that break. He was unlucky though not to land on a...
1.
That was not good.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 6.
Just had a slight lapse in his concentration this frame.
1. Nine.
Played it well. Deserved a better kiss than
15.
that. When he rolls into the reds, he might leave it touching. So then you've got the advantage of the balls.
It's an interesting point in the match, I think, because O'Sullivan's 7-5 is a useful lead, but in this frame, for whatever reason, he hasn't looked so good. He's been... not been many sort of disjointed frames, but they all count the same, of course.
Well, that's a big mistake this time. Surely Brecel can capitalise on that. And gets to within 1 frame.
Nine.
Brecel 2 big centuries and quite a few other sizable breaks, but his cue ball is running and running. It's okay. He
Sort of death-defying sort of trapeze act or something, isn't it? It's not always textbook.
15.
You know, there's an example of the cue ball going running. Look at this for a shot. This is a great shot. He's almost put it too much on this.
21.
Yeah, eye-catching. Times a little dicey, but he kept it going. Chances in the frame, but we're back to within 1 again.
35. $43. 52. Luca Brecel,
55 will do nicely. Luca Brecel pulls one back. Well, it would certainly set things up nicely if Brecel could win this frame and make it 7-all going into the final mini session. O'Sullivan, of course, not interested in that. He's looking for 8-6, but either way, it could yet be a very close finish to this Shanghai Masters final. And
oh dear. That was not difficult. That was not difficult. I think he played it with a bit of right-hand side to try and...
One.
Still played it from there.
Luca Brecel, 5.
Possibility. Played a series of... Well, the importance of this frame seems not lost on either player.
he punished some mistakes. That was one there. He didn't do it.
1. Seven.
Looks okay though.
Eleven.
Well, Sullivan battling to find. Shown a lot of resolution.
23.
In common with Neil Amen.
He's never changed, has he? And he still plays a good game of snooker. Often the last to leave the bar in the evenings as well.
The International Championship as well.
29.
Just a degree of difficulty about this queuing near another red. Yeah, it was the red, I think, that...
What
a shot.
1.
What a shot. The fact that it was off straight is why he played it the way he did. That's okay. That is okay. Very crucial.
6.
Because Ronnie started with 2 frames in the way of a lead.
Thirteen.
What a chance this is now.
19.
drawn to that red on the right of the table.
27. $35. $43.
Because the green could be a problem, I think. He's played that well, hasn't he? Right behind it. So the lead is 12.
49.
Beg your pardon. Correction.
With the blue, so 25 with the yellow, 25 on.
Well, he's still trying, isn't he? And that's the kind of cavalier player he is. But he's still
56.
he's not getting anywhere near being on the green. Fantastic pot. Yes, he was only playing to pot it and not get on the brown, but
Luca Brecel, 3.
Yeah, could not be set up better, could it?
Welcome back to the climax of the Shanghai Masters 2023. After an electrifying mid-session interval, we're deadlocked at 7-7 in this epic showdown between Ronnie O'Sullivan and Luca. The first session was a roller coaster of emotions, and now, with everything on the line, the battle intensifies. It's anyone's guess who will lift the trophy. Stay tuned for the thrilling conclusion right here on our channel.
And it goes.
yeah, I mean, it may have been more. I mean,
Well, it was a good sign with the red going in. It was a bad sign, clearly, missing that. It is a test of concentration for sure, even though it's been a quick match.
1.
well, that's the point, isn't it? I mean, opened them off the third cushion, the sort of the black cushion. Either way,
Luca Brecel, 6.
one player will have to. Maybe that memory is in there somewhere for O'Sullivan. He's not phased. Brecel. Very telling safety shot. This would be hard to get safe from. I don't know what the plan was there, quite frankly. I don't think there was one.
And a miss. Ronnie O'Sullivan, 4.
Yeah, so best not to have it put back. Just a bit half-hearted, wasn't it, the Brecel shot?
Six. $40.
Might still be able to here, perhaps. Just grazed it, that's nice. Black will be freed up completely in a minute. This is where he is an absolute master. I mean, Players play beautiful cannons and nursery cannons, all of these shots, which snooker's equivalent really is O'Sullivan around the black spot.
30. $38.
I think he respects hugely, having won it so many times. He was even out, at the opening ceremony, taking part in that.
But it looks like he's recovered it well. You don't like to see a players. And where's the cue ball going this time? This frame has not been put away from something where you'd have...
Ronnie
you
O'Sullivan,
might not have
48.
put your house on it, but you probably would have lost your garden shed there thinking he wouldn't win the frame.
It's only 47 in it. Another frame where he's not made a sizable break. It's been a bit of a pattern today, really.
Find a way. Goodness me, that looked... It didn't look like there was a path back. Reds were moving at the time. Well now.
One.
Is there a twist in this frame? There could be.
He's not led since he was 4-3 up earlier on.
$9.
Yeah, what? Just handy for him.
17.
Well, he knew straight away that wasn't going in.
Result 24.
That could be frame over.
1.
For 8-7.
5.
But he knows he should have won this frame before now, but at least he has won it.
At times he struggled this week. Players have got to take advantage when they get the chance, because at some point he'll come. He's responded each time. Brecel could have gone back in front there,
17.
but
20.
finding past the table he didn't really want it to find.
24.
Well, this audience loved that one.
$35.
So Brecel had the chance to steal. He didn't take it. So Luca Brecel gets the final underway again. Frame 16. 8-7 it is.
Well, he didn't get all that close to that one.
1.
And that'll do it nicely.
If he can win a frame in one visit, then that really does put
9.
Brecel under pressure. But if he can start to score, then obviously he's a big favourite. High.
17. $25.
Just wondering how and when. No, he's passed the test. It wasn't obvious that he'd left a chance, Brecel. You see that he's taken this break quite a long way already.
46.
It's a very good shot, isn't it? To get across there like that, swing it wide and slide a little bit. It's hard to play that shot.
54.
Beautiful. Delightful shot.
Sort of struggle for long. We know it's in there. We've seen it this week. It's come out again here.
What if he's got any interest in the high break, David, at 1-4-1? John Higgins is the man in possession.
Yeah, as if he's not...
Well, he can get 1-4-4 if he keeps going red-black. Wouldn't be entirely sure whether O'Sullivan is even...
It makes the next frame big, obviously, if he can get to 10. He did say beforehand, Ronnie O'Sullivan, once he gets in, is the best player.
Well, it's been a fabulous break, Dave. It really has.
86.
I mean, the way he's had to go up for the brown ball on one occasion. Now he's on the jeopardy here.
94.
Wonderful stuff. Once again from Ronnie O'Sullivan, his 7th of the tournament.
102.
Even that shot was terrific.
Oh. 110.
When you get to the last mini session of the final, obviously it's less likely.
$118. 121. 125.
Well, he's gone too far. Green pocket, top right.
130.
But it's been. Of course, over the years we've seen some spellbinding breaks from O'Sullivan, but this one has been...
In a key frame in the final, 143, with a magnificent break of 143, the highest of the tournament. That'll be worth 10,000, assuming he's not beaten by Brecel.
One.
Playing it slowly, you never quite know. Just feel that breaking all the rules there. You're meant to sort of, if you're changing your mind between
15. $21.
Yes, he was just about on it. Couldn't really control the cue ball and take it out of bolt, so he could have done with that shot than what he...
Well, maybe not. The red's gone in.
Luca got out of his chair, didn't he?
Wow, big shot, great shot. So, okay, he was lucky with the fluke, but...
Amazingly, see that
43.
this break is... Now what? Doesn't seem to be any stopping it at the moment.
There's a sort of adventurous way he's made it.
That's the only hope, really. You don't feel that it's going to happen
56.
because he's on the red down the cushion. And that's, I think, the consummate match play shot. Just roll this red in.
But surely a frame winning break all the same. He was in complete control. He didn't know existed. But he's kept it going. Okay, got a fluke, but he's played some great stuff as well. And it's been the story, really, of the tournament for him. There have been times when... And it's a tall order, clearly, now for Brecel to turn this round.
80. 86. 87. 3. 94.
The pink for back-to-back centuries. Spellbinding stuff, this.
102.
Various different colours. Magnificent display of cue ball control. This is more sort of free and easy stuff from O'Sullivan to make a century break.
109.
And Luca got up, didn't he? He sat back down again.
114.
8 centuries now in... Who's going to beat him in Shanghai? Nobody has since 2016. It might be another 12 months before anyone gets the chance. 120 to follow the 143. To O'Sullivan, he needs 1. Brecel needs all 4.
Well, it feels really difficult to think of a way back from here. Give him something to aim for. I mean, he's had a little burst there, O'Sullivan, which is ended by that shot, by the way, but at like a 25-minute burst of absolute come to an end. Who knows if Luca can come out and win a quick frame.
It wasn't quite the same. He was 10-6 down overnight. He wasn't at the point of defeat to stand a chance of turning this round.
A lovely snooker to watch.
50.
I think Luca has played pretty well with stand.
Yeah, he had a chance for 8-7, didn't he? He just lost his way with the cue ball.
23.
He's got a lot of time still to achieve a lot in this sport. Even Ronnie O'Sullivan has to... I wouldn't like to say the way he's playing at the moment.
30. 38.
He's played that well. He did have a big angle, but he... Has the pink come to his rescue up there? Can he get through? I think it is.
Luca Brecel, 52.
Now the biggest problem here for Brecel is that he may have played his last shot because of the... You know, he would not put it beyond O'Sullivan to dish these.
Absolutely. The other day when he played John Higgins, you would not believe that he'd still be here now. He really struggled.
7.
John was playing good stuff, just couldn't.
Always played well, but the last few frames and all of those, he certainly has.
Still top of the rankings.
15.
And be 4 in a row, remember, here.
$23.
I was about to say that the problem red on the left side is
31.
whether he decides to play it left-handed or move it, I don't know. Maybe here he just moves the red. Well, that's one way the break could end.
39.
A double kiss which you couldn't know about. He's in no mood to let Brecel back to the table, and if this red goes in, I don't think he will be coming back.
But it's not there. A reprieve.
Ronnie O'Sullivan,
All right, he's not
43.
left it on. What a result. Brecel hoping for the best here.
So, Luca must have been wondering.
One.
Is he going for it? Well, why play safe? You can take a shot like that on.
Luca Brecel, 6. 2.
Well, it's kind of not been...
5.
And what's particularly extraordinary is that
9.
here he is, his 32nd season on tour.
To make it possible to get over on the black.
14.
No, he's certainly got an angle here. It looks a natural. Oh, it was a natural, but he forgot the most
14.
important part.
Well, you heard the groan from the crowd.
Oh, wow. Brilliant. And, of course, crucially...
6.
Peggy Lee trying to silence the crowd, keep them still. Brecel needs the black to extend the final, but it's not there. So it could yet be a respot.
Luca Brecel, 6.
It's well played.
Wow! It's a full-length double to extend this final. Still a potential for 3 more.
Still in front by 2. Must be thinking about that pink, which was near the pocket, let's be honest. The balls he'd knocked in, you know, and if in an hour's time, it's very surprising. Miss Luca seemed to surprise anybody. That is a fantastic shot. That really is.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 8. 1.
Yeah, excellent pot. He was always going to take one on anyway. 3 frames in no time at all.
11.
That'll do him, I think.
In the final, this is where the sort of boring break could actually be nice for him. Just try and
19.
make enough here.
$27. $35.
Since the mid-session
43.
interval, it's been quite dazzling snooker from both players. Mostly O'Sullivan, but
51.
I think that's what he's decided in the end, to play on the loose one. Cannons, of course, can go wrong.
57.
Sullivan took that red onto the green pocket to try and keep the break going.
65.
But didn't get it. Well,
71.
what a terrific match this is, and what an exciting finish we have in prospect.
Well, I think we've already said it, but I'll say it again. You must never underestimate Luca Brecel. This year makes us know that there's a lot more to it than that. The manner in all those victories, the comebacks, everything. He's not out of this match by any means.
In the quarter-final, a lot happened after that, of course. Cue balls having the nerve to go in the pocket, so it's not a century.
Luca Brecel, 83.
Put up to him. I mean, wouldn't it be something if it did go all the way to 10-all?
One.
Well, I think it's just the pace which stopped it going in.
One. Nine.
Well, that looks A1 to get into the bunch. And they kind of still are.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 16. Foul. And a miss. Ronnie O'Sullivan, 4.
Thinnest of edges is what he was hoping for. Blew in off of another red. Well, the safety shot was priority.
Yeah, Yeah, the world's loudest sneeze didn't put him off either. They played at the Masters, didn't they, at the start of the year, and Brecel was well beaten there, 6-1.
I think back then, you know, before he moved his game up a notch, to get the cue ball up well, though. It's a good shot. Always a chance of a... Sort of brought both players down to earth with a bit of a bump, this exchange.
One.
Well, that's no good to him. No good at all.
Ronnie
No,
O'Sullivan,
ever since he
1.
missed that pink to...
Well, he did well to avoid those two balls anyway. The red and the pink. That was very sweet. Very sweet. And that would be quite something where the balls are. Get a big kick there. Been quite lucky there. He has left a red.
One.
Oh, what a shot that is. What a shot. That is really...
Seven.
He's going for it. He's going for it.
Luca Brecel, 12. One.
It's already 19 in front.
7. Ronnie O'Sullivan, 14.
It's a handy lead though, isn't it? 27 points in the context.
Yeah.
Well, he was up straight away, even before the cue ball had reached the red, he knew.
amazing.
One.
It's the only ball that's going to cause him a problem. Don't think he did play that.
9.
That's obviously a good shot. The yellow will be an issue later, but wonderful break building, both players. Now, the tension's crept in, and so I think he is
16.
playing on the green. Very nice.
20.
I just think he had to play the cannon there like he did. I mean, he just couldn't play on the... Well, for once, a very cautious shot from Brecel. It was...
Big favourite for the frame, in O'Sullivan's case, the match. Everything else is there.
Foul. And a miss. Luca Brecel, 4.
No, well, this tempt him, because by no means is this an easy shot.
Foul. Ronnie and a miss.
Brecel was very quick to call it himself.
It might have been on his mind to do something of that kind, to cover it. This is pretty evil business, this one. What a shot. What a shot. You can think of players who might have been there 10 minutes trying to hit that.
Sullivan continued to... Final.
Well, he needs help here. He needs help. Has he got cover or not? Well, there was a gap. There was a gap.
5.
Brecel needs a late twist.
Straighter, there's no problem at all. So he's
9.
only hope Brecel rests on this somehow not being potted.
Well, it's been a frame of twists.
O'Sullivan, 9.
He's willing this blue ball to come down the table here.
Second chance at the blue, and this time it's in. So 14 in
5.
front, 13 on.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 5.
It's been a great match, but I think it's about to end. Not in keeping with what we've seen before, but brilliant all the same.
In it goes. Relief in the end. Ronnie O'Sullivan reigns supreme in Shanghai once more.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Ronnie O'Sullivan emerges as the champion of the Shanghai Masters 2023 with a hard-fought 11-9 victory over Luca in a final that will be remembered for years to come. This epic battle delivered snooker at its finest. And if you've enjoyed this riveting showdown, please consider liking, sharing, and subscribing to our channel for more unforgettable matches. We hope you've savoured every pot, break, and safety exchange. Until our next frame, keep potting, keep watching, and keep the love for snooker alive.